To possess it.
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Here's Podziemski. Here's Curry with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on him.
Edwards looking it over. And Edwards slams it in.
Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard. Clark, a spectacular play. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And here are the Warriors now. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Hits the 3-point bomb. Curry's got 6.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Randle outside. With the shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Podziemski. Launches it. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with all-star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Now here's Conley. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Randle. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Golden State. Reese Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. And it's Peyton in for Brandon Podziemski. And then for Minnesota, Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Love the force and focus that Butler plays this game with. That was reflected in the finish.
Randall against Butler. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Hield against DiVincenzo. Doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And slam dunk by Butler.
And all you have to do is throw the ball in Butler's direction, and he'll handle the rest for you, believe me. Fantastic at finishing on the alley-oops.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Randall. He sinks the 11-footer. Randall's got 6.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Now here's Butler. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Peyton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And talking about Buddy Hield, he is someone you can definitely count on. He can score from any place.
Yeah, he's got great range, and his durability is just as impressive as his stroke. You know, most seasons, Buddy Hield plays in 80 or more games, and that is very much a rarity these days. And he's also a 40% career shooter from 3. So he can space the floor, and you know he's going to be on the floor whenever it's game time.
Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Curry looking around. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Now Jackson Davis. Hield outside. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 6. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Now here's Curry. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Hield outside. Drills it from outside. Hield's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll. We know Curry has tremendous vision, and he uses it to tee up his teammates for easy shots.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Edwards. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Rudy Gobert. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Part of Draymond's value, the playmaking he gives you out of the front court.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Randle. Gobert with a screen on Butler. Here's Randle. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Pajemski finds Moody. Green with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Moody. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Randle outside. 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gobert with a screen for Randle. It's good. Randle's got 8 points.
And that's just a great individual play right to the teeth of the defense.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot drop. They're measuring up the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randle, and it's Conley in at the point guard. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now McDaniels after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. That one, no good. Conley against Butler. They set the pick. Hard earned by Butler.
Jimmy Butler showing us some nice moves and strong handles, too.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. League's executive VP and head of operations Joe Dumars says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. Randle passes to Conley. Back to Randle. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. To the middle. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. 9 points for Anthony Edwards. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Peyton, he's checked in for Moody. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Warriors leading by 8. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Here is Edwards. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. And the basket by Edwards.
Edwards flexing on them now. Bully ball inside.
Curry against Conley. Butler kicks to Curry. Green with a screen on Conley. Curry wide open. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Edwards, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Peyton. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 5. Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Working that in-between area. Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
Conley surveying the D. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Drills the three-pointer. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Outside Butler. 3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Edwards. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Now Curry. He's got 11. Shoots it with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Curry's got 13.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll get right back to the action when we return. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us.
Oh, wow.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact of the hoop and the harm.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
And Edwards, no good on that one.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Reed. And he gets the bucket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Three-pointer, Hield hits it from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 8.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Outside, Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Now they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Timberwolves trail by 6. Randall kicks to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Good on the shot. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
2 minutes.
Pass to Podziemski. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Team foul. At the line for the Warriors.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Three-pointer. Edwards crashing in from outside.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
The kick outside to Butler. Over Randall. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And Butler relishes this. I mean, he feels really comfortable going right at the defense at crucial points in the game.
Edwards, good.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Conley against Kerr. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Edwards can't hit.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him. No question about it. Curry is on fire right now.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Here's Edwards. Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry with it. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. Frames it from downtown.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here is Edwards. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
Draymond Green.
And it goes on Draymond Green.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Probably a little RIDA. Thanks again. Thank you for joining us.
clash once again.
And BA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the 3 slot. Now here's Richards. It's Booker on the wing, checked by James. From the baseline, Booker can't get it to go.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
From deep, here's Doncic. Counted from distance.
We know this is one aspect that Luka consistently goes to. It's either in the paint or from deep. You've got to guard the long ball.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. And this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, 3-time Basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
We discussed Bradley Beal. The focus for them on the defensive end, coach telling me that Brad's a guy who averaged 30 points a game in this league to sign up a special scorer, so they need to figure out a way to make Beal uncomfortable, saying maybe they'll put some length on him. Let's see if that works on Beal. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Doncic. Hachimura outside. And Doncic the bucket on the assist from Hachimura. Doncic has got 5 points.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Here's Richards. Richards with a screen. Booker. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
James outside. Back to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Booker. And here's Doncic outside. Sinks the tray. Give him 8 points now.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Finney Smith's checked in for Los Angeles. Connect comes in for Reeves. O'Neal, he's checked in for Phoenix. Jones comes in for Bradley Beal. Here's Jones. Tries again. Outside O'Neal. Fires for 3. Hits the three-pointer.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Lakers trail. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Fires the 3. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Booker finds Durant. Tries the spin move. Converts after the nice spin. Durant's got 7.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Here's James. No made baskets yet. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers. And so it's Phoenix with it. Booker fires from way outside. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Los Angeles up 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee. And it's Jones in at point. Reeves, the pass to Finney-Smith. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Reeves. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Dunn, he's checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Jones. And so it's Phoenix with it. They trail by one. Dunn, the pass to Beal. To the paint. Here's Booker. Oh, my! Booker just throwing it down.
A little athletic ability on display by D-Book.
James passes to Vincent. Beal against Reeves. Hachimura from long range. Sinks it from distance. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Now, here is James. LeBron, attack mode. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Beal finds Booker. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. He gets it in there.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Lakers trail by 3. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Goodwin's checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Vincent. Durant, he's checked in for Phoenix. Jones comes in for Bradley Beal. Doncic outside. There's the triple. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
Luka from way downtown.
Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
Plumlee a screen. Jones from outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Goodwin. Doncic left side. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
Dunn outside. Booker looking around. Launches it. It's not going to go for him. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Hachimura, the pass to Doncic. Floats one up. Nice finish from Luka. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Phoenix out in front. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jackson Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Reeves. Pass to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Booker. And here's Doncic outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. Durant looking around. Here's Dunn. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on LeBron James.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Shooting for Phoenix. Done. At the line for 1.
And that one misses. Lakers trail by 4. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Booker, following the score by Los Angeles. Booker just shredding the D.
Well, with that size and strength for a 2-guard, Booker is a legitimate threat even in traffic.
Hachimura outside. Here's Doncic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Doncic has got 17 points.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Please put your hands. Time right now for your Lakers breakers. Let me hear you.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And here's Doncic. He's got 17. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Outside Booker from deep. Here's Richards. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Now here's Beal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Devin Booker is a 2-guard doors. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Finney Smith checked in for Hachimura. And a change for the Suns. O'Neal, he's checked in for Dunn.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Finney Smith. Doncic with it. Booker defending. Fires it. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Luka Doncic has a big, strong frame. The N1 chance, nicely done.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. The Suns lead by 4. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And he lobs it up. Ooh, poked away. James with a steal. Reeves, the pass to James. To the inside. Doncic. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries.
That's a high percentage look for Luka Doncic. He is a menace if he gets that deep.
Beal outside. Here's Durant. Katie jams it straight down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Pass to Hayes. Reeves against Beal. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. And Connect subbed in for LeBron. Plumlee's checked in for the Suns. Jones comes in for Devin Booker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Screen by O'Neal. Beal from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Beal's got 11.
Well, this is what you want, right? Bradley Beal coming off the screen with purpose.
Reeves, the pass to Doncic. Takes a 3. The Luka 3. Money.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now Beal. He's got 11. Pass to O'Neal. The 3. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal. He has 6.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively.
All right, fans.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Lakers trail by 5. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Tyus Jones. And it's done in at the 3 spot. Well, the Suns' shooting has been on another level. 68% for the game. Booker for 3. James with the rebound. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Connect. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, LeBron. Just too much to handle inside.
We call that turn the lights out because LeBron from that range, put as many bodies on him as you want. It doesn't matter.
Vincent outside. It's James on the wing. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Phoenix leading by 3. Now here's Jones. Pass to O'Neal.
No debate there. He got hammered.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Suns.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Some changes for Phoenix. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Dunn. And it's Bradley Beal in for Jones. No good on the second free throw. Lakers trail by 4. Outside Reeves. Back to Hachimura. And there's James from the arc. James can't get that one to fall. James has gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Outside for Booker. Ooh, some contact there. No issue for Booker, though.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
James up top, guarded by Durant. And it's James with the jam.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Done. He's checked in for Phoenix. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Lakers trail by 4. And here's Doncic outside. He drops it from range. Doncic has got 12 points here in the second half.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Booker, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Suns lead by 3.
It's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Cash. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Booker. Beal outside. To the middle. Here's Richards. Booker against Doncic. Shoots over Booker. He connects.
Luka wants, Luka expects to take huge shots. This guy is so big time.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Booker. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Devin Booker, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
It's time to get up and get
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. James. Good work defensively by Richards. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And it's Phoenix's ball. Outside Booker. Cash it in. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there.
Oh, big finish! Oh, did you see that?
Oh, at 6'8", it's easy to forget how good his handles are, but LeBron creates easy opportunities for himself.
D-Book, good through contact.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
If you give this guy any space whatsoever, he's going to do his best to take advantage.
Booker against Doncic. Oh, Booker's shot goes despite the contact.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
Hayes with a screen on Booker. It's James on the wing. Got a piece of it. Reeves against Beal. Takes it inside, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Yeah, Bradley Beal just takes it right into the defender's chest. Beautifully done.
James deciding where to go with it. Hachimura outside. And here's Doncic outside. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
Here's Booker. And he buries it.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Reeves finds Hachimura. Here's James. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now here's Doncic. And he sinks it.
And they do have a foul to give if needed.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw the play to make it happen.
And they foul intentionally. Now, they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Lakers who scrape by with the win. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
NBA, I don't think they expected.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
About this matchup, what stands out the most to you?
Well, the amount of stars that both of these teams have accumulated, that gets me pretty excited. And these are the type of games that for fans, they love to see the star power shine. And you never know, that expected greatness could be on display for us here tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard. Now here's Randall. Bounce pass Conley. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. 3 on the clock. Over Williams. A nice shot by McDaniel.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Oh, here's Edwards. Gobert, the pass to Randall. Williams against McDaniel. Trains the three-pointer. McDaniel's got 5 points so far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Randall against Holmgren. Dort, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Gobert, the pass to Conley.
2 minutes.
Shot from the top of the key, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And what a smart player Conley is, able to analyze defenses in pick and rolls and make the right read.
Dort kicks to Williams. Back to Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires it up. Offensive rebound. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
3 points.
Well, Randall keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
Now, here's George. He has 5. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Beyond the arc. Connects from 3-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Randall, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Holmgren.
There's the inside in Randall's inside-out game.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. It's a 3-point game. Wallace misses. Here's Randall. And here's Edwards from the arc. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Wallace, and it's Caruso in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and again it's Oklahoma City. Timberwolves leading by 3. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Wallace, and he makes good on the layup. Wallace has got his first points of the game.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
And unbothered by the contact inside, Edwards plays the game with so much physicality.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Drives to the hoop. Shoots over DiVincenzo. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
DiVincenzo passes to Miller. Bangs home the trifecta. Miller's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Pulls it from the elbow. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Edwards got 6. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Pass to Randall. Shoots over Holmgren. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Wallace outside. Takes the 3. Julius Randle with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, putting on a bit of a show here.
Over in the corner, Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Holmgren's got 5 points now in the quarter. That's a 2 from Randall. Open jump shot off the mark.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really effective.
And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute.
You're taking the center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Inside, Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over by Conley. For 3, Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And again, it's Minnesota.
Now Randall right now going to town on the defense and taking over this game.
Outside, Dort. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make him fall, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. And Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Now Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Holmgren's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Thunder. That's to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's got 8. And here is Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Pass to Edwards. Good! Edwards mixing it up inside.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but still got the shot to fall.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. 46 seconds left in the third. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And Oklahoma City making a change. Caruso's checked in. And a change for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. With the teardrop, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and-one opportunity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Cason Wallace in for George. It's tipped. It's stolen by Randall. Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. Shoots over Caruso. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Thunder trailing by 10. Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Wallace. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Pass to Wiggins. Knocked loose. Stolen by Reed. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards looking it over. The 3-ball. Wiggins with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
In the corner, Wallace with it. Williams up on top. Back to Wallace. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Pass to Reed. Off with the layup. Oklahoma City trailing. Wallace, the pass to Williams. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Williams.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 6 points. That one good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Gobert.
2 minutes.
Randall against Holmgren. And Randall throws it down.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Conley. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Conley, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love to see that kind of effort from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defense. You can get in your head at times.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Now, here's McDaniel. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen for Conley. From deep. And the three ball is good. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, but that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
And it felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside Edwards. Conley with the screen on George. Outside Edwards. And it's in there. Edwards got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks, for
Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the 3 spot.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Booker. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Throw out those analytics. When Booker is taking a 15, 20-footer, that's a great look for him and his squad.
Outside Pajemski. Outside Butler. With the teardrop. And he lays it in.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Now here's Green. Back to Curry. The 3 is up. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Beal outside. Pass to Richards. Outside Durant. From downtown, drops in the 3.
Easy money. Durant claps back with a 3.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's Pajemski. Back to Curry. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2.
Booker, good. Booker's got his second basket of the game.
Ooh, Booker showing some power.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. A minute 39 left in the opening quarter. Yep, that one's good.
How do you stop Curry? Well, in a short answer, you can't.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Beal outside. The 3 ball. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team, and now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
Now here's Dunn. Pass to Richards. Beal outside. And then Beal with the dunk.
That's how you finish at the rim. Beal leaving no room for error.
Outside Pajemski. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Booker for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
Here's Curry. Give him 8. There's 10 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. The shot no good. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Suns ahead. They're up by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Phoenix, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Beal and Allen are out on the wing. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee, and it's Jones in at the point. Beal, no good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
A find from Buddy Hield. I'd like to see him do that more. Spread the ball around.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Beal outside. Shot from 12. Nice jump shot. Beal's got 7 points in the game.
Nice work there from Beal in the mid-range.
Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Hield. Dunn, he's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Jones. Here's Booker. 7 points in the game. Pass to Plumlee. And here's Beal. Lets the three fly. He buries it from 3. 10 points for him.
It's the confidence of Beal. He lets it fly from range when he really likes the look.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Now here's Plumlee. He's scoreless. Here's Beal. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard. Here's
Payton. The shot, no good. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside O'Neal, fires the 3, hits the trifecta.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Warriors make some changes. Butler's checked in for Kuminga. Moody comes in for Payton. And Hield is subbed in for Stephen Curry. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Suns. Jones comes in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Pajemski. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Green, a screen. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Outside Jones to the left side wing. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Outside Moody. Green, a screen. Another 3 for Golden State.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Plumlee, a screen on Butler. Lets it fly from 18. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is an intelligent play call by Durant, shaking up the defense so he can find his angle.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
It's his first trip to the line, and that one misses.
Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Suns ahead, leading by just 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Hey, it's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors 5. Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player, there's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
And the free throw, no good. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats. But this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Butler. Jimmy Bucket, locked in.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. 2-point game. Durant for 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
And here's Curry for 3. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Done. The pass to Beal. Hits the front of the rim and out. Golden State has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Butler's shot is good.
Wanting it more, Butler beating good defense. Jimmy's such a fiery guy.
The Suns have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Richards with a screen to the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now here's Green. And here's Curry for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Curry's got 14 points for the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Drills it from deep. 10 points for him.
He doesn't shoot from the corner 3 often, but Booker looked fearless sending that one up.
Outside Pajemski. Outside Butler. Takes the 3. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Pass to Durant. Dunn outside. Outside Booker. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Outside Moody. Outside Butler. Fires the three. That's good from Curry on the assist from Butler.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And the Warriors make some changes. Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Payton comes in for Moody. And it's Buddy Hield in for Podziemski. Now here's Durant. 13 points in the game. The three. Yes, sir! KD for three.
And Durant focuses on taking high percentage threes, which is why he's so efficient from there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Curry gets the bucket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Durant. He's got 16, and it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, come on, KD. Go easy on him. Goodness.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Jones against Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. And there's another one for the Warriors.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Phoenix. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Suns, Devin Booker out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Royce O'Neal. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Dunn in at the three. The Suns trailing. And here's Booker. Pass to Plumlee. Now here's Jones. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Jones has got his first bucket in this one. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Here's Curry. Oh, a strong finish from Curry.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Dunn. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Kuminga will bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 1. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he's able to get 1 of 2.
He does enough to give them the lead. Every point critical here with the game in the balance.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now Curry. Outside Podziemski. Green
put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Booker, and out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
Oh, no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
The Warriors leading. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And here's Curry for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Curry's got 30 points.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Tipped. Moody passes to Butler. Curry against Beal. Pass to Green. Outside Podziemski. Launches it. Richards pulls it in. Suns trail by 5. Now Durant. Booker with it. Shoots over Curry. Money. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
There is no shot too big for Booker. He lives for these moments.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Green with a screen on Booker. Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball.
Golden State basketball.
32 seconds left in the final quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Two points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Booker, the pass to Durant. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Great decision-making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Third team foul. At the line for the Dubs.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Phoenix calls timeout. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
"17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Laces one from 3. And it's the Warriors with the ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. Team score. At the line for the Warriors.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Durant for 3. And so the Warriors take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Jimmy, congrats on the win.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
You've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, down low.
And you know James isn't thinking twice about that shot. Knows he has the green light.
Back to Fox. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Reeves the pass to Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
Luka Doncic.
The first free throw is good. All free throws good from Doncic. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
I love that assessment, but I do think that he's peer.
Not in any way.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
He had a list of concerns coming in tonight, not the least of which was matching up with De'Aaron Fox. He said it's not just the speed, though that obviously is an issue. It's that Fox has also become so good at dictating tempo and getting you to play his style. That's something they can't allow. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Barnes. And he goes big with the dunk right over Rui Hachimura.
That's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Doncic. Over Fox. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Reeves. 6 points for Luka Doncic. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guy. And Los Angeles with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Connect in for Austin Reeves. Chris Paul, he's checked in for San Antonio. Barnes kicks to Paul. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Now Finney-Smith, and they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, one of the focuses for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Ball against Doncic. Over Finney-Smith. It's rebounded by Hayes.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count that one. Doncic has got 8 points.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Paul looking around. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
Here's Finney-Smith, and finished off by Finney-Smith.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Paul outside. With 1 on the clock, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing here by 8. They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Connect out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Fox against Reeves. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Reeves outside. And he finishes nicely on the lane. Reeves has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Fox against Reeves. Count that one.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
On the wing, Reeves. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And the Lakers with some changes. Hachimura, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. And Goodwin subbed in for Connect. And San Antonio also making a switch. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Johnson for 3. And he's good on the three ball. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Picked by Finney-Smith. And here's Reeves outside. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Spurs trail by 5. Driving in. And the dunk by Sohan.
And that's a routine play for Paul. He's not going to miss the open man.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just one or two things to talk about. James checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes in for Vincent. Lakers leading by 3. Doncic left side. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. And Benyama with it. Over Finney-Smith. And the Spurs scoring again.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And here is Goodwin. Ron right side. James with a powerful jam.
Well, that's his bread and butter. Getting downhill, attacking. What a great mindset.
Barnes outside. Vassell sends a screen for Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
James way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low, here's Vassell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on LeBron James.
And you watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
And he's good on the second. Barnes against LeBron. Strong inside. What a move by James.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Los Angeles on top, up 3. 2K Sports. Back in a moment here in Los Angeles.
And please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
On the floor for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Pass to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. Vassell grabs the board. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 3-point game. Nice D from Doncic.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Back to Reeves. Pass to Doncic. And so the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Back to Doncic. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Doncic, no good. San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
2 minutes remaining for the Spurs. 2 minutes.
Hachimura against Vassell. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Hachimura. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Spurs. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Pass to Sohan. Barnes the screen. And it's Sohan missing. Lakers trail by 3. On the wing, Reeves. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Reeves has got 7 points.
And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Here's Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Doncic. Fox passes to Sohan. Now Wembanyama. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
On the wing, Doncic. Back to Reeves. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Fox. From down in the low post, it goes. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
And a deep 3 from James. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Let's hear it, fans.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Gabe Vincent is out there with Connect, and it's Finney-Smith in at center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. San Antonio trailing here. Johnson, the pass to Paul. Pass to Champagny. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Hachimura down low. He's guarded by Johnson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Inside, here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance, and trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
Here's Vincent. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Some changes for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, David. LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Reeves the pass to Hachimura. Out to Doncic. Here's the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Vassell. San Antonio again missing. And so James will bring it up with the Lakers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Reeves outside. Doncic outside. Here's the drive. And Doncic throws it down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Fox. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And here's James outside. James connects from deep.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to get the ball, and that's why.
Fox with it. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Nice D from Doncic. Lakers leading by 5. Hachimura finds James. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A pass to Fox.
And that is a crafty move by De'Aaron Fox. He really knows how to get himself to the line.
First team foul.
It's the first that shrinks the margin to just 4.
De'Aaron Fox, 2 shots.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hachimura kicks to Doncic. Hayes, no good. And Wembanyama with it. Hayes on him. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
That's his first personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the line for the Lakers, Luka Doncic.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big 2-possession games.
Stand up and make some noise.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fox, no good. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Luka Doncic taking 2 shots.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Yeah, when Fox gets into a rhythm, he is tough. Having himself a night. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Los Angeles, Austin Reeves.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Barnes outside. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
His third personal foul. 15 foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And a deep 3 from Fox. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
I can't believe it. How in the world can you end the game?
And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the 3.
An active shooter. Booker is clever at finding ways to attract fouls on the way up.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's Randall. Over Durant. Randall can't hit. Phoenix with the ball. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance tough looks. At least that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. 2 on the clock. Edwards for 3. Richards pulls it in. Beal against Edwards. Beal, that one's good.
A high-powered offensive talent. It's like these contested shots simply don't bother Beal as much as other players.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. Pass to Randall. Poke loose. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Oh, power it down, Devin.
They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Randall, pass to Conley. Back to Daniels. Clock at 6. Drains the triple.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Outside Durant. It's Beal on the wing. Dunn outside. Suns keep it alive. A nice shot by Booker.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. O'Neal, he's checked in for the Suns. Jones comes in for Beal. Count that bucket.
Doesn't have the great length, but Randall with the attitude to beat up guys on the inside.
Outside Durant. The shot won't fall. McDaniels with some nice D. Timberwolves trail by 5. And it's Randall that time on the assist by McDaniels. Randall's got his second basket.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
Here's Durant. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Alexander Walker. Connects from downtown.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Booker. This one for 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. The game now all tied up. McDaniels got 5 now.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Booker. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reed in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Beal. Oh, he cranks it down right on Anthony Edwards. Goodness.
What an athlete Beal is. These kind of throwdowns get him going as well as his teammates.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Jones from outside gets the 3 ball to go. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Edwards, that's good.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Conley passes to Reed. DiVincenzo with it, hounded by Beal. Reed with it. He's against O'Neal. Back to Reed. Releases. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Edwards pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 3. From downtown. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ had did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Conley against Booker. Plumlee a screen on Conley. Booker for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Booker's got 11.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With this 3-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. For 3, Conley knocks down the triple.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Booker finds Durant. And the Suns get another 3.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with a 3 of his own.
Pass to Edwards. Oh, Sensational slam by Ant.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards, love to see you operate like that.
Allen outside. 30 seconds left in the first half of this game. Durant with it. Oh, KD against contact inside.
How do you defend him any better than this? I mean, Durant, just an incredible scorer.
And here's Edwards. He's got 9. Pass to Randall. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Phoenix out in front, leading by 1. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Teams are in their chances of the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's done in at the 3 slot. And the basket by Edwards.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Booker, the pass to Durant, takes a 3. KD, what else would you expect?
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
For 3, Randall, that one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Randall's got 9.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Beal outside. Launches a 3. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
And what an answer from Beal. Love seeing him sink the triple.
Now Conley. For 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, that one's good.
There's something that is great about Booker. He doesn't take all outside shots. I mean, Devin can score it inside, too.
Randall, a screen on Beal. Edwards for 3. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Durant, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Gobert inside. Richards is there. Randall deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Durant. Randall can't hit. And so Durant will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 1-point game. The shot by Dunn, no good. Minnesota has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Tom.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
Left side McDaniels. Pass to Randall from the arc. And Booker pulls it down. The Suns have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. In deep. Booker gets it to go.
Having his way with the defense, Booker creates separation and nails the shot.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
This will be a sports shot at the line here in this one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
One shot.
Throw good, Edwards.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke, but what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE.
Here's Durant. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. Clark is checked in for Edwards. And the Suns also making a change. Allen, he's checked in for Kevin Durant.
At the line for Minnesota.
That free throw no good from DiVincenzo.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Beal surveying the D. Pulls up. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
And Minnesota making a change here. Garza's checked in.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
Outside Booker. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Yeah, you expect tremendous effort from a scorer like Booker, but it's still impressive to see him deliver it.
Reed to screen on Booker. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Jones, the pass to Booker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The quickness from Booker makes him hard to defend inside.
And he drops it first. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Garza. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Both free throws good from Booker.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Conley against Booker. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Uses the glass on the layup.
Slick move that time by Conley with the rock. carving out some space for himself to get the hoop.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Conley. Oh, Booker with a block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. And we have to take another look at that block.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Beal. Edwards can't hit.
Gets good position inside. May have rushed it just a little.
Here's Richards. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
1:49 left in the final quarter. Edwards with it. Pass to Conley. Randall outside. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Booker against Conley. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker is capable of, but cannot get a stop.
From 9 feet out. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Oh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Mike Conley. Good on the first. And that narrows the gap to 1.
2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
Beal against Edwards. Oh, my! Throw it down!
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Here's Booker, and it's good! A huge shot to tie it up!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Edwards. Yes!
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Here's Booker, and it's in. And tie game! Huge basket right there. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Here's Booker. Money! And he's tied it up! What a shot!
Oh, a high-volume score with just too many moves to count. Booker is so dependable under pressure.
27 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Edwards. 16 seconds left in the fourth. 5 to shoot. Picked by Gobert. 4-3. The misses the tray. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And Booker puts up a deep three. Off target from downtown.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the small forward position. Outside Edwards. Blocked! Booker for three. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
You see the level of confidence Booker possesses. Outstanding off the catch.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Slams it in.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Up top, Booker. He's guarded by Conley. And Booker with the jam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
And, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Crafty finish by Booker, a walking bucket. Devin can beat you so many different ways.
Let's hear it for you.
Free throw line jumper. Richards pulls it in.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
McDaniels. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Stellar work at the charity stripe, trying to build out this lead.
And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
First team foul. At the line for 1, Anthony Edwards.
And that one misses. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Kevin Durant taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Here's Edwards. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
Built like a linebacker. Ant takes those bumps easily. Nobody can knock him off his stride.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5.
Bradley Beal, 2 shots.
second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. And Edwards slams it in.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it. Early into his night. But you know what? I don't know that they can come back no matter who's on the court.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And Minnesota with possession here. McDaniels from long range. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within 1.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
For 3, Conley. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Outside Butler. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Here's San Antonio now. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Spurs. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Vassell outside. Three-pointer, Fox. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Pass to Pajemski. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Fox. Into the lane. And the Spurs scoring again.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Green with a screen on Fox. Curry from deep three-point land. Barnes grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And here are the Warriors now, after the basket by San Antonio. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Vassell. Great look there, but off target.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Castle. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
What a creative shot by Castle, opting for the soft touch.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Different look here for the Warriors. As Jackson Davis is checked in for Green. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. Peyton, he's checked in for Brandon Pajemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. Now here's Peyton. Butler feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. And it's Butler with the jam.
On the attack, Jimmy Butler playing with that edge.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Spurs. Wembanyama sets a screen for Paul. Sinks the triple.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now here's Butler. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Misses from short range.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
3 on 3. Jackson Davis finds Kuminga. Now Butler. There's the pick. This one for 3. They get it back. Jackson Davis. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's San Antonio up by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low. Here's Fox following the basket by Stephen Curry. Here's Kuminga, still without a basket. Hield with the bucket.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga?
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself into situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
That one's in, his first shot this game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Paul looking around on the wing. Johnson to Paul. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Assist goes to
Paul's got 5.
Chris Paul adept at finding space down low, and that time found a way to get it done.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Ball against Curry. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Spurs. Johnson, the pass to Paul.
2 minutes.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Fox. And the layup is good. He's got 6.
How about that? Just accepting the contact and still getting the finish for Fox.
Curry passes to Hield. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. Curry from 3. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Frank, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. And it's Butler missing. San Antonio leading by 4. Barnes up top, defended by Butler. Back to Barnes. Spurs passing it around. Wembanyama, a screen. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio.
And if he gets a good look, Paul's going to make you pay from distance.
Pass to Green. Back to Pajemski. Green with a screen on Paul. It's up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ray.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. Offensive rebound. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And it's Butler missing. Pass to Barnes. Ball fires from way out. What a shot! Amazing!
That would count.
Real.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Warriors trail by 9. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with his 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, B.A. With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Here's Curry after the basket by San Antonio. On the wing, Green, defended by Wembanyama. Outside Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shot by Podziemski, no good. San Antonio leading by 9. Vassell kicks to Fox. Wembanyama looking it over. Here's Vassell. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Vassell's got 6.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
It's good from long range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Castle. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. Butler at the elbow. The 19-foot shot. Nice jump shot. Good.
If Butler can't get into the paint, he's got some offensive options. He has the touch from the mid-range.
Barnes outside. Vassell outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Vassell's got 6 in the quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Pass to Moody. Green with a screen on Vassell. To the paint. And Green slams it in.
That's where Draymond's speed becomes a huge advantage as he gets off the pick and roll and guys can't keep up with him.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's a screen. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Gary Payton has checked in for Moody. The Spurs also with the sub. Sohan's checked in. Curry deciding where to go with it. Floats one. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh! The third quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from the... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Heel. Kevon Looney out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the 3 spot. Back to Curry for the 3. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Spurs leading by 6. Paul passes to Sohan. And that one is off. Nice defense from Kuminga. Floats it up for Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Paul passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Johnson. And Fox has it in the corner. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Fox, not a jump shooter, just doing a great job of mixing it up offensively now.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green is checked in for Kevon Looney. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Peyton. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
And here is Curry. Fires from deep. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Vassell wide open. And they come right back with their own 3-point. Vassell's got 9 points now in just the second half. From 12 feet out. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Stephen Curry.
This is why you gotta be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
And Benyama outside. Pass to Vassell. Here's Castle, defended by Moody. And Benyama, no good. Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Curry, good.
What work from Steph Curry, gets open and makes it look easy. Wow.
Fox against Curry. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 4 points in the quarter.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Pajemski on the wing. Outside Butler. Lets it go from deep. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
It's time for Dick's 10. If you think are you ready?
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. The shake. It falls.
Fox stepping up in the clutch here.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Here's Fox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
At the line for the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. It's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Show them some love and make some noise for your GS Breaker.
We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Pressure moment for Castle.
That's off his run, so he misses both.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we've still got a game.
Fox against Curry. Pass to Moody. Green with a screen for Butler. He's off from 3. And so it's San Antonio who's scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and